Hi everybody, welcome to Win Pillow Talk. Today I just want us to talk, me and you. You know, as I said in the previous video, where I talked about my sons leaping on their dad, and knowing, with that trust that their dad was going to hold them and that they will be saved. How many of us, Christians or non-Christians, can say, I know I have this person that I totally have trust in, that if I jump, they are able to catch me. You know, my life situations that have happened to me, close friends around me, and issues of life have taught me that it is absolutely impossible. And I'll explain why. You know, when I look at the way my kids trusted their dad on that staircase, without even being aware of the dangers that they were looking at, because their dad wasn't even prepared and he didn't even know that they were going to jump. But they knew that no matter what happened, so long as they saw their dad there when they jumped, the dad was going to be able to protect them. And I could understand why the manual of life talks about, unless you come into the kingdom of God as a child, you will not see the kingdom of God. Because it's that total trust, that total understanding that when you go, when you trust, when you lean on the Lord, He is more than able to protect you. I'm going to ask you a question. You know, if a woman sees you and says, you know what? You see me? I'm a liar. I'm a killer. I drink a lot. I'm a drunk. I'm a cheat. I'm a poor. Some might even say I'm very rich, but I really, really love you. Would you want to be with me? All of us would look at this person and show them the door and say, get out of town, mate. Definitely. I'm not the one for you. But you know, that's actually somebody who is so honest, because they have told you, they have told me who they are. But we all know how to dress the external. You know, the Brazilians, the eyeshadows, the everything make the external look fantastic. But the real you is internal. And because we cannot see the real you, we start assuming that you're something that you really are not. Or we go with what you have said because you've dressed the outside so well. And you come and you say, well, girl, I love you. You know what? I'll die for you. You know what? You're my girl. You can count on me. I will trust you. You can lean on me anytime, any place, anywhere. But when you jump, they allow you fall. And some of them will even mock you along the way. Some of them will even try to put the knives to stab you even more while you're down. And same people who you thought you could trust. But because they told you and you believed them, because you are a trustworthy person. And so you assume that everybody around you is trustworthy. But the world we live in today is absolutely not. I remember when my kids were younger and I was paying for somebody to take care of my two boys for me. And so they knew my schedule. They knew in the morning at 7:30 I'll drop my kids up, and at 6 o'clock I'll pick them on my way back from work. And so they knew. And one day I was working, I wasn't feeling so well at work. That's when my kids were young. They were probably 6 and 4 or 4 plus. And so this day, I thought I wasn't feeling well at work. So I went home early. I actually got around my area at 2:30 So I thought, no, let me pick the kids up and go home because I'm not going to come out again. And because the lady who was taking care of my kids did not know I was going to come that early. I was paying. It wasn't a free service. I was paying them for taking care of my kids. And I got there. They had my kids sitting in a very dark area, in a very dark room, while everybody else was watching TV and laughing and everything. My two boys were. So when I knocked the door, they sent another girl to come and open and find out who it was. And when they saw me, they didn't know what to do. So as they opened, I looked on the staircase, yours truly, my two boys there. I'm thinking, what are you guys doing here? And they just saw me, they ran towards me. I held them. I said, why aren't you guys watching TV? They said, oh, we're asked to stay there. I said, how long have you guys been there for? They said, Mommy, long. And I said, let's go. So by the time the lady who I was paying for knew that it was me, she couldn't even face me. But you see, I trusted her of what she told me. She said, oh, I will take care of your kids as mine. And I believed her. She had kids. She even had grandkids. So I had no reason to doubt her. But you see, we all say one thing and to another. And sometimes time will always expose, or even the situations, the problems around you will always expose the people you thought trusted you, the people who gave their words to you. Some of them will always go and make even stories about you that you yourself are thinking, where is that coming from? I have come to learn in life, you can only give people what you have. So the question I want to ask you and myself is, how do we trust people? How do you trust somebody? Because as part of humanity, your trust of somebody, of something, has been broken along the way, one way or the other. From something like your friend taking your pen and promising to give back and never gave back, or even taking your clothes, or even promising to buy something or borrowing money to your friend, and he says, don't worry, I'll give you back. And somehow you don't want to ask them anymore because you were expecting them to honor their word in the first place. And you're thinking, you know what? I'll never give you money again as long as I live, because you never honored your word. Or people ask you for favors, and when you cannot do the favor again for them, they get so angry because they were only thinking about themselves. They never think about you maybe going through an issue, and that's why you cannot offer that service, or you cannot do. Because the people like to take people for granted. People always looking for the soft touch in people and try to manipulate people and use people. And then pretend under the big umbrella, oh, we're all children of God. I'm not judging anybody, but judge yourself. I'm judging myself and asking myself, am I a true representation of God on earth? Ask yourself that question. Even if you're not a Christian, ask yourself, how trustworthy are you? Is there any person who can say, you know what, this person will surely die for me? If I had one phone call to make and I made it to this person, they definitely will come to my rescue. If you have somebody like that in your life, believe me, hold on to them for dear life. That is a root in your life. People like that are very rare to find. So if you have one, don't misuse it. Don't throw it out. Don't be quick to judge them. Don't be quick to come to conclusion. Always learn to walk in some other person's shoes before you make a judgment about them. Look in you, ask yourself, How do I improve my trust? How do I grow closer to be an ambassador for the Most High? Join us as me, as you dig deep to become the people that we were sent on earth for a purpose. Let us achieve our purpose. A whole generation is waiting for you. Is waiting for me. What are we doing? Forget about you. Think about the gift you have come to deliver. Dig deep. Bring it out. In the process, you will be blessed. I will be blessed. And a generation waiting for you will be blessed. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Stay with us. Check our website. Follow us on social media. And do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.